Hello, good morning. Happy Sunday. As you can see the description, this is a recap for Miss Philippines Earth 2021. My name is Bea Kupin. As you can see, I am doing this recap from home, which is appropriate considering that the Miss Philippines Earth 2021 finals coronation, the pageant, the conclusion to the Miss Philippines Earth pageant was done remotely from the towns and cities of the respective candidates. So in case you missed the stream earlier, it streamed live on the Miss Philippines Earth page. It also aired via the Kapamilya channel. Naelah Alshabadi from Parañaque City won the Miss Philippines Earth 2021 crown. It's a very unique pageant finals, no? Everything was held remotely, virtually. Actually, kahit yung pre-finals na activities ng Miss Philippines Earth were held remotely and virtually. This was always the plan for the pageant, so that's why they were able to push through despite the imposition of ECQ or the strictest form of lockdown over Metro Manila, where Miss Philippines Earth is based. So this isn't the first time that the pageant was held remotely. I'm sure pageant fans are familiar na last year, in fact, Miss Philippines Earth 2020 Roxanne Baines was also crowned via a virtual final. So let's do a really quick recap of those of who won the pageant. Syempre may text na summary din kami sa rappler.com/entertainment. So Naelah Alshabadi from Parañaque is the new Miss Philippines Earth. Miss Philippines Air 2021 is Amira Almamari of Atimonan, Quezon. Miss Philippines Water 2021 is Rosel Angela Songano of Iloilo City. Apologies if I mispronounced her name. Miss Philippines Fire 2021 is Ronnie Meneses of Mandaluyong City. And Miss Philippines Ecotourism 2021 is Sofia Grace Galve of Tanay, Rizal. So, if you're watching this, you might already know this. If you're a pageant fan, this is probably going to be the last local pageant activity for a while, because of the lockdowns and the precautions that we're taking because of the COVID-19 pandemic and the Delta variant. Kung naalala nyo, more or less na kick off yung local pageant season in the Philippines via Binibining Pilipinas. The finals were held on July 11. We were fully expecting local pageants to happen sunod-sunod, more or less a few weeks apart. But they were postponed because of impositions, like safety precautions because of the COVID-19 pandemic. So anyway, I just wanted to give that as a context of the context ng Miss Philippines Earth 2021. So the pageant aired live via Kapamilya channel and their official Facebook page. We also had Robbie Domingo hosting it live. So if you want to watch the pageant itself, I believe it's still up on the Miss Philippines Earth page para mapanood nyo as it happened, right? So almost all of Miss Philippines Earth's pre-finals activities were done online remotely from the candidates' respective hometowns and cities. During the finals night, 66 candidates yung natira vying for the crown. I believe at first it was announced that there were 68, and then candidates. So yung final na who showed up during the pageant were 66 ladies. We'll find out later. Actually, later this afternoon, mukhang magkaka-press con yung winners, the queens of Miss Philippines Earth. So we'll get to know them more and we'll find out a little more about them later. So actually, if you watch the stream kanina, diba, the only segment where we saw people actually mingling in person in the same room, sharing the same physical space, was when the Miss Philippines Earth 2020 queens were interviewed and talked to each other about their experiences and their messages for the incoming 2021 queens. Because this was done remotely, purely remotely, even their farewell walks were pre-taped and done remotely. So ito na siguro no yung future din ng pageants. Well, syempre may mga live pa rin na nangyari kaya kami na-postpone ng mga finals kasi some pageants still want to do it live and in person. But Miss Philippines Earth since last year pa has been doing this remotely. So nakakatuwa din tignan in a way na how they're adjusting to this basically work from home setup. As Robbie Domingo himself pointed out, si Miss Mandaluyong, Ronnie Meneses, who was eventually crowned Miss Philippines Fire 2021, had a very work from home setup. Like you could see na she was near her desk probably or a window at home. And then there was a cute moment where Miss Iloilo Rosel Angela Songano, who was crowned Miss Philippines Water, her mom briefly joined her on camera after she was informed that she had won Miss Philippines Water 2021 upon the urging of Robbie Domingo. Kasi she thanked her mom din kasi on air. So sabi ng host, sige, can your mom come on camera so that we can celebrate together. So although this was all from home, no doubt this was extra challenging for the candidates because yun nga, unique setup siya. That means also na kanya-kanya siya. So kailangan ikaw mag-effort, or in the case of some candidates who had a full team or kahit like a few people to help them out, their teams needed to put extra effort into shooting their videos, and even yung setup nila live. So if you watch the pageant, actually iba-iba rin yung setup ng ladies. Some had LED backgrounds, some were like the winner actually, Naelah, like she was just standing in front of a wall. So iba-iba rin yung take kasi nga it was all from home. Thankfully, no internet mishaps, no disconnections happened during the pageant finals. So yun nga, but I think we also have to appreciate how challenging this probably was, not just for the organizers of Miss Philippines Earth, no, but the candidates themselves, all 66 who made it till the finals day, not the finals night, kasi it started airing at 10 a.m. In fact, during the Q&A, a lot of the ladies talked about experiencing nawala ng motivation during the quarantine, or some of them actually talked about experiencing a slump. Just timely nga, given, for Metro Manila particularly and other parts of the country, in the past months, diba, have been, bumabalik sila sa ECQ, the strictest form of lockdown because of concerns over COVID-19. So, hindi nga sila, these ladies are not exempt from those struggles and trying to find a way to motivate themselves, even as they're, forced to stay at home and they're still competing in this pageant. So the final question actually was about that. The final question, verbatim, you have goals in life and things you want to do given the ongoing pandemic with lots of restrictions. How do you plan to move forward? So that was the last question for the top 10. The top 20 had, I think, 3 or 4 questions na iba-iba yung tanong. If you want a full recap/transcript of the final questions, the Q&As during Miss Philippines Earth, it's up on rappler.com/entertainment/pageant. So andun, makikita mo dun yung summary ng mga Q&A. So let's learn a little about Naelah, who is our new Miss Philippines Earth 2021. She is 23 years old. She's a professional model. If you check her profile on the Miss Philippines Earth page, she says that she actually grew up in Syria with her family in their farm. She lived there until she was 11 when they had to move to the Philippines because of the conflict, the civil war in Syria. And she says the Philippines has since been her home and she has learned to enjoy her life and the culture here. Her advocacy, kasi obviously Miss Philippines Earth, yung advocacy niya is environmental, advocacy niya is the environment and awareness, no, sa environmental issues. Naelah's specific advocacy is plastic waste. She wants to reduce current plastic waste by turning the plastic into usable products. She says she chose this because it's a serious issue that needs to be tackled with a better solution. This is a direct quote from her profile. We may need to stop single-use plastics, but we also need to figure out how to deal with the current plastic waste overload. So, I have a summary of her answers here, but I think yung pinaka-memorable quote ni Naelah during the Q&A kanina sa pageant was her answer to the final question. Again, the final question was about how they plan to move forward given all the restrictions, all the setbacks brought about by the pandemic. She said she highlighted the importance of social media in, progressing and moving forward in the pandemic. And I think my favorite quote from her was, moving forward, I think I can accomplish my goals and dreams regardless because I have a bright future even during the pandemic. I hope that inspires people around us. Sabi nga sa group chat ng Rappler habang kina-cover namin kanina, sana lahat has this kaya mag-accomplish ng goals and dreams regardless of what's happening around us, because we have a bright future ahead of this pandemic. So we will get to know Naelah a little bit more later. Again, sabi ko nga, magkaka-press con yung Miss Philippines Earth with their new queens later this afternoon. And again, like I said, it'll probably be a while until we see another local pageant being held. Miss World Philippines, if you didn't know already, has been indefinitely postponed. They had to postpone their pageant almost 3 times or 2 times. Una, because they didn't want to come in conflict with another pageant on last July 11, and then Naurong. Tapos, I think they postponed it because of like parang naging stricter yung restrictions in Metro Manila, and then after that eventually it was postponed indefinitely because Metro Manila is under ECQ, or the strictest form of lockdown. So we will keep you posted kung kailan na mangyayari yung Miss World Philippines, and then you have Miss Universe Philippines scheduled in late September, hopefully. That pushes through as scheduled, which is to say hopefully hindi na ulit kailangan magka-lockdown, aka sana hindi na ulit tumaas yung cases ng COVID-19 sa Pilipinas. For pageant fans, don't forget that Dindy Pajares, who was appointed by Miss World Philippines as Miss Supranational, in case you're wondering why she was appointed, nag-summary na rin ako dito, no? In-appoint siya kasi yung pageant ng Miss World Philippines dapat July 25, I believe, yung schedule. And Miss Supranational, our rep, has to fly out to Poland by August 3 or 4, one of those dates. So they could no longer wait for the pageant final. So the candidates themselves actually chose Dindy to represent the Philippines at Miss Supranational. She is now in Poland. The finals is scheduled by the end of August. So I'm sure the pageant fans out there, you are excited to see how Dindy will do at Miss Supranational. So that was a very interesting pageant finals. It was all done from home, remotely. What are your reactions to the Miss Philippines Earth 2021 finals? Leave a comment below. If you want recaps or summaries of what happened during Miss Philippines Earth, you can find them on rappler.com/entertainment. And that's it for this recap. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, I think you can leave a comment and we'll try to answer them later on. So keep safe, stay at home if you can, and thank you for watching. Till the next pageant, we'll see you around. Bye guys!